Welcome for those of you that are returning. Welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much. This is the monthly Tarotscope for the sign of Gemini. This is the final air sign for this month, for the month of August. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Gemini, you may want to watch this just to indicate what kind of a month you might be having or what you might be experiencing. If you have heavily placed planets, which would be 3 or more, you may want to watch this too in the sign of Gemini. You may want to watch this too. It could indicate sort of some of the experiences you might be, feeling or dealing with during the month. I do speak in broad terms, so you have to figure out where this fits in your life, if at all. Know that if it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. You might just be working on something different. And so let's get into this and see what's going on. For those of you looking for your other signs, everything is up. All of the earth and fire are up on the YouTube page. Other than I haven't done the water signs yet. That'll be next, will be the water signs. I'm probably going to do them. If I don't get to them today, I'll do them tomorrow, hopefully. All right, so let's see. This first card is from the I Am Everything deck. This is kind of like the signifier card for my Geminis for August. It's sort of like a mantra or a focus that you guys want to keep this month. To maybe help you throughout the month. So let's see what it is. Okay, I love it. Card number 6. I am a gift. I am a gift to the world. When I lead with kindness and love, I create a ripple effect that benefits more people than I'll ever know. My presence, my knowledge, and my passions contribute to the greater good of the world. I am a gift. Card number 6 is about maintaining balance or bringing things into balance. I like that. I like the I am a gift. It feels like there's definitely a sense of self-appreciation here. It's about embracing the self, understanding your skill set, what you bring. Maybe it's your, discerning nature. Maybe it's your intelligence. Maybe it's your advice, whatever it is. To me, the focus should be on what you give to others or what you are able to give, maybe to yourself and to the situations around you in the month of August, and the positive impact that those things should have, right? So remember that, honor that, for those of you that are working hard. I mean, I certainly know one Gemini that's working very hard right now, taking care of his parents. And it's like, maybe honoring that aspect of the hard work that you put in and what a blessing that is for your parents might help them to sort of feel, better about the whole experience that they're going through, right? Or more positive, at least in the month of August, about that experience, right? So it may strengthen them, or I'm just using that as an example, right? But you have to kind of find where your gifts lie this month, or not find it, but like honor it, right? Acknowledge it. Embrace it, and then from there it makes it so much more maybe obvious or easy to share that gift or to utilize that gift, and hopefully that empowers you in a way, right? Or excites you in a way, right? All right, so this first card is your center. This tells me where the Geminis are centered at in the month of August, right? So this will kind of give an indication of sort of where you're operating from the majority of August, also what you could potentially be creating for the future. All right, I'll take it. Interesting. This showed up in the outside influences of Libra. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. To me, it feels like everything is up for grabs when I see this in the center for Gemini. And I mean that in a good way, right? The Wheel of Fortune is major arcana. You guys are the only one that got a major arcana in your anywhere in the center of the 3 cards that sort of represent for Gemini in this little spread here. So that's cool. To me, this speaks to this maybe being a bit more significant of a month for you guys than any of the other air signs, right? Or at least you're operating from a place where you're a little bit more connected up to what's possible, what's out there, making things happen, aligning yourself in a way so that you can sort of open doors, have opportunities, experience what it is that you want, shift things in the direction you want to go, that sort of a thing. The idea of being a gift, it kind of makes sense because there's this, like when we see the Wheel of Fortune here, usually the Wheel of Fortune is sort of like, the outside environment kind of moving to please us or to align with us. But when I see this in your center, this says to me, okay, Gemini's connected up. Gemini is like almost like moving itself into the flow, in becoming part or one with the wheel in a way. Does that make sense? And so that is sort of the gift of feeling maybe in alignment this month, feeling the gratitude and the grace of that, right? By being it, by living it, by, maybe this Wheel of Fortune is not only like the opportunities that exist for Gemini, but maybe you guys are actually acting as the wheel for somebody else by being able to give to them through your own just way of who you are. You might be able to help others inadvertently just by being who you are. Does that make sense? So keep that in mind. But what I do like about this is the Wheel of Fortune always wants to work in our favor. This being in your center says to me that you guys will feel hopefully very synced up with everything that's going on around you, connected in, right? And through maybe giving to others or sharing who you are with others, and that being reciprocated back to you. That's sort of this, I don't know if vacuum is the right word, but I kind of feel like there's this vacuum happening in the center for Gemini where you guys almost become the Wheel of Fortune. So I like that. And I think that that's kind of awesome. To me, when I see this here too, it also makes me think, okay, where do you want to be, Gemini? What do you want to do? What do you want it to look like? And how do you want to get there? Because you get to almost maybe determine a little bit of that as this wheel spins for you, and you spin the wheel sort of maybe even consciously, right? So the next card is the foundation card. And what I mean by that is this is the card from the past that everything is built on for the Geminis. So this card tells me a bit about sort of what was going on in the past that brought about the other cards that we see in the reading today. And this card can also be sort of the memory of this card can be what sort of holds everything in place, or it can be driving everything sort of towards the future. So keep that in mind. So this is the Devil. All right, so this is Capricorn energy. This is not necessarily a bad card. The Devil can indicate our vices, where we're weakest, where we are in bondage, whatever we're stuck to, whatever we're a slave to, whatever is not working in our best interest. It can represent as our Achilles heel. Remember, this is the past, right? So this is something that we maybe fought with, dealt with, judged, argued with, were in resistance to. And when I look at the Devil, to me, I feel like the Devil, it's interesting, these little cats are dressed up as like weird rabbits and chained to this block. But the block to me feels exactly that, like that Devil energy. It would be blocked. It would be not flowing. The wheel to me is much more open. It's moving. And somewhere along the way, my Geminis have shifted their trajectory in a very large and profound way, is what this says to me. Both of these two cards are major arcana. The only thing that I don't like about this Devil being in the foundation is that he does have a little bit of that, the Devil energy can be things that are really profound struggles that we deal with. Let's say that. And so even though we may not be in them right now, we may have set them aside, or we may have felt as though we have dealt with them. The Devil is a strong and powerful energy. And when he's in the foundation, I just want, I need to see the other cards to really determine whether or not this Devil has that much of an effect on us. But it makes me a bit nervous with him sitting down there as the foundation for what's going on. Although I do love I Am a Gift, and I do love the Wheel of Fortune as your guys' center. This Devil, to me, it's almost like, it feels like stepping out of the darkness and into the sun, right? We were maybe in a very dark place, or have been in a dark place, and we're no longer doing that. But we also want to make sure that we don't shift back into that. The Devil can be things like, laziness or procrastination, or addictions of any sort, whether it be around food or the spending of money or actual drugs and alcohol. The Devil can show up and kind of rear his ugly head and suck us right back into a pattern that we don't necessarily need, want, or that serves us in any way, shape, or form, right? Ultimately, the Devil's there to inform us, right? To show us where we're at our weakest, or to show us, if we challenge it, or if we face it and deal with it, we liberate ourselves. So there's a big lesson and a huge gain from dealing with the Devil card. But let's just go into the rest of the cards and I'll see what I feel. But I just, this in a foundational position can sometimes be dicey. I'm just going to be honest. All right, so the next card is your spirit or soul card. This is the card that's above you. It tells me a bit about sort of what your spirit or soul wants you to work on or look at or connect with this month. So this is the Ace of Wands. I love it because we're in the first half of the month is Leo season, which is fire, which is complementary to the air sign of Gemini. But Ace of Wands is also that complementary fire energy connected to spirit. The ace being new beginnings, new opportunities, revelation, illumination, possibilities for maybe seeing things from a different perspective, being extremely inspired from a place of spirit, sometimes coming out of the blue. So be aware of that or keep eyes of that on that this month in August. Don't be surprised if you have extra energy this month, an extra drive, an extra desire within you. That would be this Ace of Wands energy. And with that Wheel of Fortune in the center, I feel like that has a really powerful combination for creating where it is what it is we want and how it is we're going to go about getting there, Gemini, right? So think about that from that perspective. There's a lot of potential for this month is my feeling. Even with that devil down in the foundation, I'm not bothered by him in a strange way, because the funny thing is, even though devil is Capricorn energy, all of that fire around that block down there still speaks to like that fire which feeds, which, you know, the air sign aspect of Gemini can feed. So it's, I don't know, it's just, to me, I also think the devil could be a very strong influence in the sense of like, maybe if it's something we don't want to go back to or something we truly want to be rid of in our lives, it can be a strong influence in that way. So it may not be such a bad thing. Let's see what the outside influences are. These are people, sometimes events or things more vague like belief systems or energies that are having an effect on you this month. So one is the Eight of Pentacles. So I like this because this is a bit grounded, right? Because it's Pentacles energy, and the eight is always about, to me, especially the Eight of Pentacles is always about sort of like paying attention to the work right in front of us, doing the work. They call it the apprenticeship card sometimes. It's about really focusing on what's right in front of us, what we need to do, and how we need to get there. So there may be opportunities for taking all of the steps. To me, it feels like if the Eight of Pentacles is an outside influence, this would be situations where the steps are made available to us and quite clear. They're quite grounded, and we have to sort of go about taking them or moving towards them, addressing them, paying attention to the smaller details, and moving forward. I think that we'll be able to do that. I think that the Eight of Pentacles is a very balanced, kind of loving energy that wants to, or situationally, the situation should be pretty, what's the word? Like to me, Pentacles energy is very sort of, you know, grounded, cut and dry, black or white in a way, right? And so I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is going to be about, okay, how do I want to describe this? Like the Wheel of Fortune is all of this optimism, all of this possibility, almost maybe, you know, and positive possibility, right? Like, where do we want to be? How do we want to get there? We're inspired by that Ace of Wands. We've come through a dark period with the devil in the past, right? We've been challenged. We've fought our way. We're in this better place now where we see more optimism. We see more hope with the wheel in the center. And we're wanting to move things forward. We're connected to the world around us. We're connected to our environment. We're feeling maybe a reciprocal energy that wasn't there in the past. That would be that devil energy, right? The Eight of Pentacles wants to give us every opportunity to move forward in a sort of level, productive way. It may not be the biggest of steps, right? Because that Ace of Wands energy to me would feel very inspired, would want to like really set ourselves forward in a quick way. Eight of Pentacles is not that sort of, how do I want to say this? It may not be the fastest of energy to move forward, right? But it is moving forward, right? Don't be surprised if anywhere, if there's sort of like a misalignment for my Geminis this month, it might be in the fact that the inspiration of that Ace of Wands feels very strong and wants to like kick off and move really quick. The Wheel of Fortune also is full of hope. So that would also be impetus for Gemini's fast mind to want to think their way towards their goal. The Eight of Pentacles is like, we have to do the work first. We have to sort of dot our I's and cross our T's. We have to do one step at a time, but those steps will be clearly laid out. So I like that, right? Let's look at the other outside influence. The other outside influence, okay, I love it. This is Aquarian energy. This is the Fool, right? So to me, that's definitely in alignment with Gemini's earth sign, or sorry, air sign element. But the Fool is about new beginnings too, which we see new beginnings also in the Ace of Wands, new opportunities, at least newness, doors opening up, things changing, desires maybe shifting, or being inspired by new opportunities, being willing to take the steps and do the work through the Eight of Pentacles, being willing to remain open and available to all of the possibilities through the Fool. In this reading, I have to say, out of the 5 cards so far, 3 of them are major arcana of Gemini. So this is a big month for you guys, is my feeling. It's a very positive month, I think, as far as maybe, and again, I'm going to go back to this imagery of like stepping out of the light, or stepping out of the dark and into the light, into the awareness of, consciously moving forward, being the creator of that movement, taking the steps, doing the work, right? Choosing to sort of align ourselves in a way that enables us to begin the new journey that the Fool sort of presents, right? But and I think that I will say this, the Fool's energy to me, because he's major arcana, he packs a bit of a bigger punch. He actually feels like, to me, that he balances out the slow and steadiness of the Wheel and the Eight of Pentacles. So there is exuberance, there's newness, there's excitement with that Fool energy. So don't be surprised if new opportunities show up to you throughout the month of August. And you will be excited by them, and you should be. But they may require a little bit of dedication, a little bit of work, a little bit of menial task work, that sort of a thing. But that stuff is going to, again, show you who you are, where you are, and what a gift sort of you are, right? Where I think maybe some of that Eight of Pentacles energy, which is a bit slower and stodgier, it does enable us to kind of see our capabilities, see our skill set, hone in on why we're good at what we do, right? And so I think that's an opportunity also, even though it may feel a little bit slow. I hope that makes sense. So the next card is the potential outcomes. This card tells me sort of where my Geminis could end up at the end of the month, barring that nothing major changes. This card is not set in stone because I don't want anybody living for my predictions, but know that this card, we're naturally heading towards this card, but we can use it as a warning if it's a card we don't like or we don't want to see come to pass. And we can make choices and changes in our life through free will to affect the outcome of this card so it does not come to pass. But if it's a card we do enjoy and we're excited about seeing at the end of the month, we can take heart in the fact that we're sort of naturally heading towards it. So let's see what it is. I'll take it. So it's Chariot. Again, major arcana, guys. So this is a big month for my Geminis. Whatever you're working on, however you're working on it, pay attention to what you're doing. Be inspired by what you're doing. And I really do feel like you will be paying attention, right? Because you are aware, your awareness is that you're a gift, that you're an attribute, that you're a positive influence on whatever it is that you partake in. That's also that shifting into kind of lining up with the universal feel of opportunity that the Wheel presents, right? The Fool presents new opportunities. The Eight of Pentacles presents new places where we can work and work well, right? Focus and do things exactly in our own way. The Chariot is about celebration. This is Cancerian energy, but it's about movement also. It's about, to me, by month's end, I feel like this could be very much fast movement, significant movement towards something that's worth celebrating, something that feels right, something that we want to nurture, that we want to care for, that we want to love, right? That would be all Cancerian sort of qualities to it. But the Chariot is about being heralded, being seen. Again, similar to this I am a gift. Maybe it's the month of August where we really begin to see our skill set and how well we do what we do, whatever that may be for each of my different Geminis. But in doing so and really believing that, really learning that, making that your mantra, you are able to sort of, not even sort of, I'm going to say you are able to be seen, to be appreciated, to be valued, and to be rewarded for that through this Chariot card by the month's end. Now, if that means new jobs, new relationships, new opportunities that are coming to you, not only in the month of August, but also like we're moving towards through September, go for it. There's no reason why you shouldn't. If anything, when I'm looking at these cards, to me, they feel so sort of positive. That Devil card to me, it makes me wonder, what were my Geminis doing in the past to themselves that they needed to stop so that they could like sort of set up this trajectory or move forward, if that makes any sense. I almost get a sense that that Devil is, it's a very strong card, but I feel like it is something that maybe was so profound that we had to learn about ourselves or what we do, that it's almost like we had to get out of our own fucking way. And now we're out of our way. But the reminder is there is like, you know what, I can get blocked. I can limit myself. I can like sort of enslave myself in a way to whatever it may be. You know, for some of you, it could be negative thinking. For some of you, it could be, you know, God knows what your Devil thing is, right? But whatever it was, the reminder of it is sort of also the impetus that sort of sets you, or the sort of, you know what I'm saying? It's like the inspiration for what it's sort of set you in this, in motion, or towards its trajectory of actually being seen in a different light, appreciated in a different light, understood and accepted in a different light. And I actually think that maybe that understanding and acceptance may only really need to come from you, Gemini. That's this I am a gift. Like even there, we see some of that Chariot energy just in that statement. But don't be surprised if you do get honored or acknowledged by others too, because the Chariot can certainly represent that at month's end. And with that Eight of Pentacles there, that also speaks to the idea of doing good work, showing up, doing things step by step, moment by moment, really dedicating yourself, or being, you know, available. But all of that stuff, again, also adds to this understanding of what a good job you do, how dedicated you can be, and all the gifts that you sort of bring to whatever it is that you do. So that is your August forecast, Gemini. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful August. You should. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. These are all beautiful cards. Even the Devil, as much as he's scary, he's actually like working in our favor. I'll say this, we're built on a major arcana too. Like if that's our foundation, and we have, what is that? 4 major arcana out of a total of 6 cards on that wood block. So, and one's an ace. So we are, this is a big month for the Geminis. You guys are gonna experience some stuff. So I'm excited for you. Leave me a question or comment if you have any questions or comments. You can always join me here on the channel every day for the daily forecast. It's for all signs. I'm here every day. I do a daily forecast. That's all of us, a collective reading. Please hit the thumbs up button. Share this video with any Geminis you may know, or in any groups. I'm really, 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 really trying to get the word out that I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow it. It's not been growing very much. I don't know what's going on, but it's just sort of sitting still. So if any new people out there that see this and know places where you can share the video that people would appreciate it, please feel free to do so. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you choose to, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live. And other than that, you guys have a wonderful August, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month, or again, like I said, on the YouTube channel at the daily video every day in the morning. All right, have a good day, you guys, and take care. Bye-bye.